Hey everybody, it is morning, it is Tuesday, so we're doing Snooze Button, the show that we do every morning on Tuesday until Kylie gets a job at Domino's and is too tired on Tuesday mornings to do Snooze Button anymore. My name is Keith J. Carberry. With me as always is Kylie Theodora. Kylie, how are you today?
Hell yeah, I just love being an iconoclast, and the main icon I am casting is Snooze Button.
Yeah. We are Rage Against Snooze Button here at Run Button.
You know what? I got the machine. I'm raging against the machine because the machine is showing me the machine is my phone. And it's showing me text from Keith like, "Hey, it's time to do Snooze Button. Hey, weren't you out of bed an hour ago?" And I'm like, Keith was trying to get me to do a Snooze Button, and I was living the real Snooze Button lifestyle, you know?
And I actually have even more great news about Snooze Button and how it's going to go. We were going to do Metroid Dread, and then Kylie realized that she left her capture device here last time that she was here because she had to bring it for some reason. Oh, right. We needed videos from it for Metal Gear Solid 2, which you can watch that Let's Play on youtube.com/runbutton. It's really good.
And there's no way to move video files. No way that we found to move video files other than to physically bring them to Keith's house. So I had no other option.
There was no way that she could have, and I know that this is sounding like a way, but no, this actually isn't real. Like, there's no way to plug it in, plug the capture device into her computer and put it on some sort of like Google Cloud hard drive.
No. Yeah.
And then I could have access to that cloud hard drive. And again, this is science fiction.
Until Google makes some kind of sky disk that we can access. Yeah.
And then equally impossible would have been for her to remember to bring the capture device home.
It couldn't.
This is also science fiction.
Well, I mean, I think it's probably somehow it might be your fault for not remembering to hand it back to me. Are we considering this part of it?
Totally. I definitely am.
Yeah.
And I know that you're about to introduce this to let me off the hook here, but when I was like, "Are you forgetting anything?" and you said no, that's not enough on my end, and I know that.
Now, I have to say, "Are you forgetting anything?" is kind of like the "Have you tried closing your eyes" of sleep advice. Like, you know, how could I know if I forgot anything? You know,
well,
it's like,
but that's
what a
when
question is that?
It's an invitation to re-access your mental checklist, where you go, okay. Well, I have a pile of stuff here. Does it have my microphone and mic stand in it? Yes. Does it have my capture device in it? No.
You know what it was? I think the Toblerone was like the only thing we used from the whole duffel bag. So I think when I was leaving, I was like, I didn't even use this thing. Of course, everything's in here.
Yeah. So we decided, we'll just do Inscryption. Instead.
That's a spooky Halloween game.
It sort of is.
That game's like even spookier than Metroid Dread, which is like mild spooky.
But then, do you know what I remembered about Inscryption that's true for both of us?
You have the beta test.
Right. Which specifically says not to stream it on it. And it has like...
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Well, okay, but have you remembered this, though? We actually do have the full retail version available to us also, and we're actually going to stream that one.
Do we have that?
Yeah. Right? Remember?
No.
Remember how you bought? Yeah, no, you paid money for the retail version, and that's the one we're going to stream. And so no one's going to see any on-screen messages about don't stream this because that's not going to be the version we're streaming. You know that, Keith?
Are you asking me to spend $18 and to start from the beginning of the game?
No, Keith. No, that's not what I'm asking.
But I can't. It has
Keith,
it all
NSA
over
is listening.
the view.
Don't make me say it. Don't make me say it. They're listening.
Yeah. So
I'm winking right now.
you're saying that Daniel Mullen Games and Devolver Digital, who are listening right now, definitely,
Yeah.
you're saying that I already own it and not to worry, not even to notice that it says like beta version and it has like the Discord password.
What, Keith?
Yeah.
Just skip over that part and then start
No,
the
it's
screen
like
capture.
in the UI. It's like in there. It just always is on the screen.
Oh, no, you know what you do?
Yeah.
You got Ryzen Master turned on?
Yeah.
Turn that off. The on-screen stuff only happens when you're overclocking, so that way it's like you can't if your game starts crashing, it'll be baked into the crash reports that you were overclocking, like as part of the thing.
Is that true?
Yeah, if you turn off Ryzen Master, there won't
even
be
the
any,
part that's like join the beta Discord.
Well, no, that part's there, but that's it's not on screen all the time, right? It's only at the beginning.
Look, I'm not here to.
No, listen. So we have Inscryption is out now. It's been released, but we still have access to the beta fork, which is like the full game, and he's just like, hey, I need people to test the new patches, so go ahead and do that. Just don't stream it. Well, don't hate us. We're gonna stream it. I mean, we didn't stream it when the game wasn't out yet because that's not cool. But like, let's be honest, the beta version just looks like the release version, so fine. It's just this one time, guys. Be cool.
I don't want to stream a thing that says not to stream it specifically.
Oh, for fuck's sake, go buy it then, you big baby. You now did just buy your $18 ticket to go purchase Inscryption. Or buy Metroid Dread right now and download it, and then we'll do that.
No, I don't want to do that because I don't think I'll enjoy it.
That's fine. You could log in as me on your Switch and then download it.
That's true. All right, Kylie. Now let's start the actual show. What's going on with you?
Oh, hi. Welcome to the show. I'm glad you asked. Most of what's going on with me is Metroid Dread.
Yeah. Well, I guess since we're not playing it, we can feel free to talk about it. So how's that? How's Metroid Dread?
I think Metroid Dread is a fantastic video game. I think since I'm not a person that has strong nostalgic feelings towards Super Metroid, because I didn't play it until I was an adult, I think Metroid Dread is the best 2D style Metroid game that there is. I think it's the best one.
Yeah. You've played those other ones, though, at this point.
Yeah.
And you don't have big nostalgic feelings for Super Metroid, but you do have nostalgic feelings for the Castlevania games and for Metroid Prime.
It's true.
So this is sort of like, what if you're hitting it from the reverse of like, wow, they made a Metroid Prime like it's a Castlevania.
Wait, what?
Yeah, they turned Metroid Prime into Castlevania.
No, they didn't.
Yeah, they did.
What do you mean?
Metroid Dread is like if Metroid Prime was a Castlevania.
No, it's not.
No, it's not. It's not?
No, Metroid Prime is a first-person game.
Right.
And
yeah, they made Metroid
Prime.
Right.
What do you... I mean, there was a 3D Castlevania game. There was a couple 3D Castlevania games.
I don't think you're hearing what I'm saying.
They were bad.
Yeah, you're not hearing what I'm saying.
Okay.
Imagine you don't know about Super Metroid. You only know about Metroid Prime and Castlevania.
Yeah. Okay.
And you go, wow, they did a Castlevania game in the style of with Metroid characters.
It's like a Castle Troid.
Yeah, it's like a Castle Troid.
Yeah.
This is a new genre.
It's a new genre that they've created.
Yeah, this is some sort of Castle Troid. And it is a Troid.
It's a Troid. And yeah, it's like a lot of games, there's all different levels. But in this one, it's kind of like it's just one big level.
Yeah.
See?
Yeah.
And there's a map to help you get around.
So here's what I've heard about this game.
Okay.
I've heard that it is It is. It has flashes of brilliance, but it's really a good but deeply flawed game.
What?
This is what I'm hearing.
Who is saying this?
I don't know. I just am hearing it, or I'm seeing it on Twitter. I heard it on Nextlander, I guess.
Yeah.
I saw a lot of different people on Twitter being like, this game is too hard.
Okay, it's
and
hard.
Parts of it don't make sense.
I thought you were gonna bring up. I've seen a couple people say that it's too easy and handholdy, which is like a mind-blowing take. I have only seen
tweets from Christy Love saying that it's too easy. Those are it's the only person I've seen saying it's too easy.
I saw a tweet from someone else who was a big Metroid fan and said it was too handholdy, which was like mind-blowing because I keep getting stuck in this game for like hours because they're not holding my hand.
But you like it.
Yeah, I do like it. I mean, the 2D Metroid games have always been games where I got stuck for a really long time because there was just a thing that I was missing, and that's the most frustrating part about 2D Metroid to me. But it's just here. That just happens to me in Super Metroid. I've beaten that game like 2 or 3 times, and I will still get stuck for multiple hours on just like, I missed the thing. There was a rock I was supposed to shoot. I didn't shoot the rock.
You didn't shoot the rock.
Metroid Dread it can be a confusing game, but it comes from a confusing lineage.
Right.
So to me, that I love.
What do you mean confusing lineage? You mean this sort of thing where it started decades ago?
No, I don't mean the lineage is confusing. I mean it's a lineage of confusing games.
Oh, oops.
Like, I'm just saying, like, I get stuck in Super Metroid the exact same way I get stuck in Metroid Dread. So, like, I'm like, well, everyone says Super Metroid's the greatest, like, game ever. And this happens to me in that game. So it can't be a big knock against Dread that it happens to me in Metroid Dread, right?
Right.
At least from my imagined perspective of, like, a big 2D Metroid fan. Like, isn't that what you... I mean, like, isn't
getting stuck part of it, is what you're saying?
Well, because I'm thinking, like, well, if I don't get stuck, then I just feel like it's too straightforward, right? Then I'm that person on Twitter who played too much Metroid, who's like, it's holding my hand.
And maybe the difference is just someone who shot the rock first and someone who didn't.
Exactly. Yeah, I mean, and that's not even... I'm not making that up. I was stuck for like 2 or 3 hours on a spot where what I didn't do was shoot the stone wall with nothing on it to break it. But there's a lot of other stuff in there that's great. I love... Samus moves really well. I think of 2D Metroid games as being like kind of slow and clunky to move around in. But Samus is like constantly like her animations are great, and she's constantly doing this like full tilt sprint that feels really good to run around in.
I've heard that a lot of the pickups that you get are very like maneuver based, and so by the end of the game you're doing a lot of really cool and fun feeling moving around.
Yeah, they definitely give you a lot of mobility options, which is nice.
Mobility, that's the normal word that I couldn't remember.
Mobility options, yeah, moving around.
Yeah.
No, you got it. Samus has a new suit design I think is really great. They kind of changed it to be somewhat more, I don't know, like realistically proportioned. Like they finally stopped and was like, wait, what if we designed this like a human could fit inside of it? And so that's cool.
Why? I don't know. Who cares?
Yeah. Well, hey, wait a second? Someone looked up. It was like, I was just studying this Metroid lore Bible, and it turns out there's supposed to be a person in here.
Yeah. At some point, you weren't supposed to know that, but that was forever ago.
Yeah, that was forever ago. I really like. There's I would say like a minimal amount of story. Like there's a story premise. But I really like when Metroid is mostly just about a person in a robot suit who walks around a place with no other people in it, and that's what's going on in Metroid Dread. It's cool.
Yeah, fuck
So
other people.
listen, I know it sounds weird to just be like, I like that Samus doesn't talk at all. It sounds like a weird thing to love about a game, but they made a Metroid game where Samus talked all the time, and it was really bad.
Wait, I thought you liked
Um,
that one.
Other M?
Yeah.
I mean,
I thought you were like the other M defender.
I am the other M defender, but it just means that I'm like, hey, other M's not a trash game. It just has a lot of stuff about it that's really bad, and all of it is the story. The story part of it is really bad because they try to give Samus characterization, but it's written by Team Ninja, so they're bad. And it's all about, it's like you get a lot of internal monologue on Samus, but it doesn't really seem to fit her character at all. Like she sees Ridley, which is that big dragon thing that she fights, and it's like this internal monologue where she's like, I saw the beast, and all of a sudden I was like a scared little girl who couldn't move or do anything. I was just too terrified to move. And I'm like, Samus, you fought Ridley like 17 times at this point. How could you be scared of this guy?
Yeah, get over it. I mean, his name's Ridley.
Yeah. Who could
possibly be scared of something called Ridley?
Yeah, that's like a Batman villain.
Is it?
Ridley, the guy. Yeah.
You're talking about the Ridley?
Yeah, the Ridley. He's always doing riddles to the Batman. You know about Ridley.
Yeah, the classic Ridley man.
Yeah, Ridley and Jokester. It's all the famous Batman villains.
Ridley, Jokester, Pengy.
Okay.
You know what I like? I'm not a Batman fan. This is apropos of nothing. But
you're a Batman fan, man?
I don't remember where I've seen this, but I have just this vague memory. I think it might be from cartoons of the Joker calling Batman Bat Freak. And I just love that. It's such a low effort.
Yeah, I feel like that's a thing Batman gets called a lot.
I don't know enough about Batman to know when it happens or what it's from or if it's just a cartoon thing or if it's everywhere. But I really love the low effort insult from the Joker, a guy who is proudly a freak, to be like, Batman?
Well,
no, Bat Freak.
Got him. Yeah, I mean, I know the Joker to mostly call Batman Bats as a colloquialism because they're such good buds.
Right. Like, hello, Bats. Like
yeah.
That.
Yeah, exactly.
That's fun.
Speaking of fun, Metroid Dread is fun. You finally have full radial aiming, so it's no more, you can shoot in any direction, which is very nice.
There's no more like left, right, up, and quarter direction.
Yeah, what I think before 2D Metroid was like, you could shoot left, you could shoot right, you could shoot up, or you could hold the triggers to do like diagonal aiming. So you had like 5 axes of fire, but now you have like infinite degrees of shoot. Infinite degrees of shoot.
That says it's right on the box. Says it right there.
Yeah.
Infinite degrees of shoot.
Yes, I think Metroid Dread I think it's the best Super Metroid. Even better than Shadow Complex, maybe. But I think, to me, it's like those are the two. It's like Metroid Dread and Shadow Complex are kind of in competition.
These are now the standard bearers of Metroidvania.
Of Super Metroid specifically. I think Super Metroid is the third best Super Metroid after Dread and Shadow Complex.
Okay. But what about when you throw the Castlevania games into the mix?
Those might go in between Shadow Complex and Super Metroid.
All of them.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I mean, they are kind of, first of all, they're all very similar to each other. They're kind of their own thing in that, like, Castlevania is about being an RPG so that your character gets stronger as you fight more monsters, whereas Metroid has always been more of a skill-based game where you're upgrading your health bar, but that's most of what Samus is upgrading, and that's about it. And you just have to get good and not die. And I've never been great at that.
Yeah, you like it when the game makes you better by...
I wanted to hold my hand.
Yeah.
No,
yeah,
I mean,
you've been playing this game for a while. You should just be stronger now.
Yeah, I mean, it's sort of...
When you say it like that, it sounds like RPGs are for babies.
RPGs are for babies. RPGs are absolutely for babies.
Wow. I'm glad that we sussed this out.
There's absolutely like I think the Dragon Quest and Final Fantasy lineage is totally like the RPG for babies lineage. Because it's mostly just like a game where how strong your characters are is like directly correlated to how many hours you've played. So it's just like, hey, are you not strong enough? Just keep playing.
Yeah. Are you a sucker?
Just keep playing. You'll get stronger.
Yeah. Don't worry about it.
And so it's kind of comforting in those like Castlevania games that if you hit a spot where you get stuck for 2 hours, you will at least get experience points from the monsters you're killing. But in Metroid, it can be really frustrating because you're not getting anything from being stuck. You're just stuck. But luckily, IGN already has like a pretty solid guide. So,
have you used it?
I have. Well, have I? I've definitely looked at it. I think I got like one hint from it.
But does that count as using it?
Yes. Yeah, I've studied this a lot. I come from the guide using community, and I could say that when you read a guide and get a game hint from the guide, that's called using it. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I looked at the guide, but I didn't use it. I just read it for fun.
Yeah.
While I was playing.
You know what I... Well, it's weird. I actually technically do that because I always sometimes, like I mentioned, I'll like look at the table of contents just to see how far through a game I am. And that is like looking at a guide just for fun and for no other reason.
That's true. I mean, although I guess... I guess you're not getting any useful information apart from how much longer am I going to be doing this. Yeah. You get stuck and you're stuck for 2 hours and you're like, how many more times am I likely to get stuck between now and the end of this game that I love?
I love Metroid Dread. The hardest, I'll say this about
what the fuck is an E.M.M.I? What even is that?
An E.M.M.I? That's a working Joe? It's a robot.
It's a robot. Okay.
It's a robot that's been reprogrammed to
hate Metroid, to hate Samus.
To hate Samus. Oh, I forgot this too. Okay. Metroid Dread continues the Metroid fiction from Metroid to Super Metroid and Metroid Fusion, and it pretends Other M doesn't exist, but that's fine. In Fusion, I think Super Metroid, the Metroids are killed by Samus. They're extinct now.
Okay.
But then in Fusion, Samus's DNA gets fused with Metroid DNA. So
creating what we've always known, which is a Samus that is a Metroid.
Exactly. They finally unified the fiction so that Samus is the Metroid, because in Dread, she is the last remaining Metroid.
And that's honestly is good, because I think that if you have a main character, you have to be the main character, the title character in
You
a
have
game,
to be the title.
Which is why we know that Link is Zelda.
Yeah, I'm waiting for
it doesn't
Link
matter that there's
Zelda.
another Zelda.
No.
It's just a coincidence. Samus has always been the Metroid.
Well, I've been trying I've been trying to get Nintendo to make a Zelda where you play as Zelda forever, and they
Yeah.
just won't do it.
You're talking about your letter writing campaigns.
I'm talking about my letter writing campaigns. I'm talking about the billboards that I've purchased both in Seattle and fuck, where's Nintendo Japan? I don't remember. Osaka, maybe.
Yeah, I don't know.
Um,
So okay, but I wanted to talk about, because this is the thing that I've heard over and over and over again, is the parts of the game where an E.M.M.I shows up, and it seems like what happens is an E.M.M I shows up and then you lose.
Right.
I don't know what that means though.
So, okay. Basically what it means is that there's like a bunch of sections in this game that are like stealth sections, but that's being really generous because there's not a lot of avoiding that you can do. So yeah, there are like specific E.M.M I zones where there will be an E.M.M I walking around this area, and when you go in there, the screen gets all staticky, and you know that you're in the bad place, and there's a machine that's stalking you, and you have to not get caught by it, because if you get caught by it, it will basically kill you instantly. And there's like a little quick time event that you can try to do to stun the E.M.M I and run away from it, but it's literally randomized, and even the game tells you it estimates a 99% failure rating on the quick time event, and like basically to discourage you from trying to do it on purpose.
Right.
And it definitely gets repetitive and frustrating when it can be like you run into the E.M.M I zone, you get caught, you die, you run in, you get caught, you die. But luckily, unlike a previous Metroid game, it just checkpoints you from the moment you walk into the E.M.M I zone. So you do just get to retry it, which like cuts down on the frustration.
Okay, and now
but
what?
it's definitely not going to like, if you're a stealth maniac, it's not going to like itch your stealth game. It's not going to scratch your stealth game itch very much, probably.
It's not gonna stealth your itch game scratch.
It's not going to stealth your itch game scratch, and that's for sure.
So, what is the point of it?
Of the E.M.M I zones?
Right. Would the game be better if they just weren't in it?
I don't think so. I can't say that I think the E.M.M I zones like fully elevate this game and make it way better, but I think if there's an interesting dynamic where there becomes safe zones and not safe zones in the world map, and I think it adds some interesting texture to when you're trying to when you're trying to get around and you're like, oh no, I have to go through the E.M.M I zone. Or the difficult part is that as you go through the game, the E.M.M Is that you encounter, like there's 7 E.M.M Is in the game, and each one has like progressively is like faster and has better abilities for catching you. But then also you're getting new abilities. Like at some point you get the ability to temporarily become invisible, and you're also totally silent while you're invisible. So it's really hard to avoid the E.M.M Is before you get that, because you like when they're near you, they'll hear anything you do. Um, but you can always just run away from them, and then it becomes almost like a chase sequence. It's like a stealth sequence until you get caught, and then you either die instantly or you can run away from it. So like early on in the game, once you get the knack for running away from them, you can kind of just do it at will, but then the E.M.M Is get a little bit smarter throughout the game, or they get faster and they get abilities for stunning you.
Okay. So, I have a lot of questions about the E.M.M I thing.
Okay.
Because this is 85% of what I've seen about this game.
Yeah, it's the big differentiator, I suppose, for the game. And yeah, it maybe like doesn't 100% come together in the best way, but I think it, like I said, I think it adds an interesting bit of texture to the gameplay.
Drescher says the E.M.M I zones are the dread.
Yeah, the E.M.M I zones are the dread. It's like when you go in there, like half the lights are off and things are powered down, and it's like spooky, and then when you kill the E.M.M.I, then it's like the lights are on and it's like a safe zone.
Why can... Oh, you can kill the E.M.M.I.
Yeah, well, it's like you can't the way it works is there's like a sort of mini boss in every zone, and killing the mini boss like gives you the temporary superpower charge that you need to kill the E.M.M.I. So every zone is like you need to be able to work your way to that boss to get the power up from the boss, and then you kill the E.M.M.I.
Okay. So you're Samus, and Samus is
or Metroid.
You're Metroid Samus.
You're Metroid Samus,
and you're a badass, and you've got all these weapons, and you fight the big dragon demon named Ridley.
Which I guess, full disclosure, I haven't seen in this game. Maybe Ridley's dead.
Right, but canonically, you've beaten Ridley several times over at this point.
Even a metal Ridley. A meta Ridley, if you will.
Mecha Ridley.
Meta.
Well, it could be a new
it's called
Mecha Ridley.
Well, its canonical name is Meta Ridley. But I don't know if it's meta. I mean, it is metal. I assume they just dropped the L, but maybe there's something about this Ridley that is like
breaking the fourth wall.
Out. Yeah, it breaks the fourth wall of the concept of Ridleys.
Yeah, Samus beats the Ridley, and the Ridley looks at the camera and says, "Not this again." And that's Meta Ridley.
Yeah, that's yep.
Okay. Why are these stupid little robots able to kill Samus over and over and over again so easy? Who gives a shit? Why are these things so infinitely powerful?
Well, I guess
you're the badass space bounty hunter who kills Meta Ridley over and over.
Spoilers for Metroid Dread. Cover your ears or turn down the volume if you don't want to know why the E.M.M.Is do what they do.
Chumpel says both Mecha and Meta Ridleys exist. So
that's not true. What?
I trust Chumpel with my life.
Yeah, I already know that you trust the opinion of random people in the chat more than you trust mine. Mecha Ridley, Wikitroid. First of all, Wikitroid, get out of here. Wow, Mecha Ridley does. Wow, okay. Metroid Zero Mission. That's just the remake of the original. There was a. Oh wow, Mecha Ridley, also known as the Ridley Robot, is the final boss in Metroid Zero Mission. Weird. Okay. I guess they added a final boss to Zero Mission. Anyways.
You were answering my question, though.
Sorry, I mean, it would be... Now we need to see what's the description of Meta Ridley, though? Meta Ridley is a form of Ridley, reborn and cybernetically enhanced through space pirate technology. He is fought by Samus Aran in this form twice in the Metroid Prime series. Meta Ridley's from Metroid Prime. I don't know if Prime is a prequel or like a sequel.
I think it's a squeakquel. I think it's technically a squeakquel.
Fuck! You think everything's a squeakquel. Oh, wait. Sorry. I guess I said spoilers for the E.M.M.I thing, and then I didn't actually spoil it. Sorry, spoilers again. If you turned off your volume and hoped that you got past the spoiler, you didn't. Here it comes.
And this is a spoiler for the question, why are the E.M.M.I so insanely powerful that they can instantly and repeatedly kill Samus
I guess the answer to that is just they're really strong robots. I guess that's the real answer. I was gonna give like a fictional thing. I give I don't have to say it. The spoiler.
I would like it.
So it's when they catch you, they like stab you with a spiky thing. But notably, it doesn't give you like a game over screen of Samus dying when it happens. It just kind of like fades to black, and then you go back to a checkpoint, and then later on you find out that what they're really trying to do is extract the Metroid DNA from Samus so that they can like recreate Metroids or something. I mean, the E.M.M.Is are just robots, but they've been reprogrammed to try to catch Samus and extract her Metroid DNA.
Yeah, I guess it just seems like if you were able to build robots that could so easily best Samus, they would be more all over the place.
Well, no, the E.M.M.Is are from Earth. They sent 7 E.M.M.Is to the planet to be like, let's check out this planet. What's going on there? And what's going on there is somebody who wants to reprogram E.M.M.Is to fuck Samus over when she goes there.
Yeah, I don't know. We're talking. These things are stronger than a boss. They're unkillable.
I mean, they're unkillable, but once you get the power to kill them, they're easier to kill than a boss. So they're sort of a boss.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I just feel like it doesn't make sense to me fictionally that there's just these things running around that are instant kills.
Well, I'm sorry.
Doubt.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry that Metroid Dread has hurt you like this.
Yeah, it hurt me.
I hope that you can find it in your heart to either play it someday and see how you like it, or maybe just to move on with your life.
No. I'm just going to be stuck in this forever. I'm just always going to be thinking about Metroid Dread and what it did to me and how it hurt me and about how the E.M.M.Is don't make any sense and why would they be they be so much better than you despite you being the protagonist who has to be better. That
definitely does seem to be the prevailing I would say action chosen these days by most people when they encounter a pop culture thing they don't like is like it's my personality now that I hate this.
Yeah. And I think that we need more of that.
We need more of that.
We need to see more of that. I want to get it up from about 80% to a full 100.
Full hundo?
Yeah. I don't want to live in a world where even one person just lets something go.
Really? Sometimes I would believe that that's what you want. Keith will call back a person who's letting something go. Like someone will be like, "I'm letting this go," and Keith will be like, "No, get back here.
Get back here. Don't let that go. Grasp that. You hold on to that.
Don't hide that anger in a bushel basket." That's what Keith says.
You been playing anything else?
Yes. I've been playing a surprising amount of Rare Replay.
Really?
What a fun game package.
Yeah.
Keith, you heard about this Rare Replay thing?
Yeah, now the whole thing's on Game Pass, right?
Yeah, I suppose it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know that collection of 30 classic video games from the software developer Rare.
This is the famous 30 under 30.
30 under 30. 30 games
for under
for
$30.
$29.99 under $30, or for the cost of a monthly subscription to Game Pass, which is under 30.
Right.
And the ones of the 30 under 30 that I've been choosing, I played a little Blast Core for fun, obviously. Keith, obviously, I've already collected all of the Rare Replay stamps available for Blast Core because I'm a Blast Core maniac. I'm a dedicated demolisher. You know me.
Yeah, you're in the Blast Core.
Yeah, I'm in the Blast Core. And I've also been playing Jet Force Gemini. That's fun. They also made the controls better so that it's easier to aim stuff, and so the game's easier now, and that's nice. We love that.
Blast Core, what else?
Jet Force Gemini.
Oh,
Keith.
I missed that one. Jet Force Gemini. What else?
Um,
Wait, the old Jet Force Gemini or the new Jet Force Gemini?
there's only one Jet Force Gemini.
Wasn't there two in there?
No.
Oh, what am I thinking
Thankfully,
of?
I think I've gotten to the point in my life where I'm willing to admit that it's a good thing that they never made another Jet Force Gemini game, probably. And that's kind of like my blanket opinion on almost all games that they never made a second one of, like Blast
Ooh,
Corps.
am I hearing that you let that go? I'm not liking that.
Well,
I
wait,
need you to
no,
hold
Keith.
on to that.
No, Keith. I'm not letting it go. I'm not letting it go. I'm getting hung up on something in a different direction.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
getting hung up on how much I like that there's only one of them. Right?
So this is a seditious framing.
Okay. Well, I worked on this for you. You know.
Okay, what else? There's got to be a third.
So this is related. It's not from Rare Replay, but it's related. Is I've done a little playing of, but mostly watching of Donkey Kong 64. The rare N64 Donkey Kong. I mean, it's not Rare. It was made by Rare. I hope that's clear. The Rare game for N64 of Donkey Kong. Did you ever play this game?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah, of course.
Of course, he says.
How
Well, I
could
had
you
never,
not?
because it has a bad reputation, and when you play it, it's bad, and then you go, "Ooh,
Yeah, but when
I
you're a
don't know about
kid,
this."
you just play the Donkey Kong game.
Right? Yeah. So Cheryl was like that. She like, uh, the Donkey Kong 64 was practically like the first video game that she owned.
Wow.
So she loves that game completely. Um, and wow, what a stinky turd wet fart of a game.
It's
I'm
definitely the
glad
worst Rare Donkey Kong game.
I mean it's also the worst. I mean, what is so striking about it when playing it is that it's hardly a Donkey Kong game at all, because what it screams from every corner of it is that it's a Banjo-Kazooie game. It looks exactly like the Banjo games. It has Grant Kirkhope doing the exact, like literally the exact same style of music with all of the same instruments. And it's also so much worse than Banjo-Kazooie. It's like Banjo 3, but it's terrible. It looks like it was made by children who really liked Banjo-Kazooie and were trying to copy it, and somehow
Yeah.
got Grant Kirkhope to do the
Is
music
this sort
for it.
of? Do you think this is sort of like a Nintendo's version of the people who made Mario Party then going to make Sonic Shuffle? And it's like, how did you fuck up your own idea this bad?
Right. It is.
You
It
ripped
really
yourself
is.
off and failed.
And failed. Yeah. That's true. God, Sonic Shuffle was made by what's their fucking name? Name them. They must be shamed. Hudson.
Hudson.
Come on,
Yeah,
Hudson.
Hudson Soft.
I somehow fell into the toy/figurine section of the Metroid wiki, and now I'm just seeing all of these different Samuses made of plastic. Some of them are a big robot person, and some of them are a sexy lady. I don't know what the relationship is between those two things.
The entirety of the entire Metroid franchise is actually a miniature world that takes place inside of the sexy lady. It's sort of like Osmosis Jones.
I knew it.
Yeah.
Or Inner Space.
Or Inner Space.
Or that episode of The Magic School Bus.
Right. Or Cells at Work.
Donkey Kong 64. It's ugly. It's like it's game. It's ugly. The level
Visually
design
or
is,
emotionally?
I mean, obviously it's both. I was primarily talking about its visuals because, like I said, it looks like Banjo-Kazooie, but like the ugliest possible version of that. I mean, it was definitely rushed because famously it requires the expansion pack. And of course in the marketing they said because the visuals of the game are too awesome and radical to not use the expansion pack. But we've learned since then that the real reason that it requires the expansion pack is because there was a memory bug where after a certain amount of time the game would just crash. And the amount of time without the expansion pack was 30 minutes until the game would crash every single time. But if you had the expansion pack, it took 6 hours for the game to crash. So in order to get it out for Christmas, Nintendo just decided that they would require the expansion pack. But it's still in there. If you have Donkey Kong 64, go turn it on for 6 hours. It'll crash. So that's fun.
Did you know that Hudson Soft made the first 8 Mario parties?
Yeah.
I didn't realize they made that many.
I didn't know that they didn't make 9 or 10 or Super.
They also made the Mario Party DS though. So they made 9.
But they didn't make 9 and 10?
No.
They
shut down in 2007.
Shut down. Oh, I think they like absorbed into Nintendo or something. They must have been.
They made so many games. Unbelievable how many games they made.
Tell me the single best game title you're seeing on the list of their developed games.
Bomberman Jetters.
Nope. Sorry, try again.
Bo 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 bo. Yeah.
No. So I'm sorry, Keith. You're gonna have to read a game title from the list. You can't just make up sounds.
They made in 2004. They made 2 bo 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 games. They made bo 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 9 Kiwami Senshi, Yagu Yugu, and Bakuto Hajike Taizen.
Okay.
Which is just funny that they made 2 bo games in the same year.
How many bows are we working with here?
Bo.
Count the bows, please.
7.
7? Bo. It really is that many bows?
Have you not heard of bo?
I mean, I have, I guess, but
it's bo. And I don't see what's funny about that. They made another bo game in 2003. So between 2003 and 2004, between 2002 and 2004, they made 4 bo games.
Okay, but I see here on Wikipedia it explains that in Japanese the title is bo. So
Super Bonk. They made a game called Super Bonk.
Bo is a Japanese comedy manga series written and illustrated by Yoshio Sawai. It was published in Shonen Manga Magazine, Weekly Shonen Jump from 2001 to 2005. It was followed by a sequel titled Shinsetsu Bo. Serialized from December 2005 to July 2007, a 76 anime television series adaptation by Toei Animation was broadcast on TV Asahi from November 2003 to October 2005. In North America, Viz Media published some volumes of the manga. Some volumes of the manga? Get fucked. Right?
Pie to Mail.
I'm sorry?
I'm just looking at what the best title is that they did.
Oh.
Pie to Mail, MAIL. Pie to Mail.
All right, Keith, you got to be careful because I thought you had just discovered a website that will mail me a pie
No,
whenever I
but they
want
do
one.
have that if that's what you want. That
I'm
is
sure. Yeah, I guess now that I mention it, I guess yeah. And you know what? It's on me because now that I'm on the spot, I guess I have to admit I don't actually want a pie mailed to me. Please don't mail me a pie. Um, please, everyone listening to this, I know you love me. You're so dedicated to me that you're ready to mail me anything I offhandedly mention, but please don't mail me a pie.
if you were to get mailed a pie, what kind of
Hmm.
pie would you want it to be?
Maybe either an apple or a Boston cream. Maybe an apple.
Hudson Soft became a wholly owned subsidiary of Konami.
Oh.
Its
Well,
American division, Hudson Entertainment, was liquidated in the process.
that sure was a decision that they made. And Konami is probably putting them to great use.
Yeah, they're making they're making lots of different gambling machines now.
Great.
Konami does pachinko stuff, right?
They sure do, Keith.
Yeah, that's what
Pachi slots. Um Okay, oh, this is good. I was watching a Tecmone video. Okay, wait. I said this is good. That's maybe stretching
this
it.
is about to
Here's
be
something.
good.
Here's something. I was watching a Tecmone video. A British tech guy loves different old bits of technology, and he also is interested in like slot
Puppets.
machines,
Oh, yeah.
slot machines, or as he would call them, I assume, fruit machines. Um, and so I guess he has like a pachinko and Apache slot machine. But I heard him, it was just like an offhand mention, but he pronounced it. He's like, I have a pachinko and a pachizlo machine. And I've never heard anyone pronounce Pachi slot as pachizlo, but it's pretty funny to me.
That's really funny. What, like it's French?
Yeah, I don't know. I guess it's like
obviously that's a silent T.
I think because he probably thinks of them as fruit machines, he's not looking for the word slot in the title, so he just kind of like didn't notice it or something. I don't know. It reminds me of where they brought up that, remember that Mario memory matching game called like Undake 30 Same Game? But I like listened to an audiobook that pronounced it Undake 30 Samegame because they put same game as one word, and so they just assumed like, oh, this is some kind of Japanese word, Samegame. But
I saw a video.
It's just same game.
This is the same sort of thing. I saw a video the other day of two people eating Greek food, and the lids had the what he kept reading as fruit, based on knowing that it was Greek food, and his girlfriend was like, "What is that? No, what does this say?" And he was like, "Fruit. I don't know. Like, what is it? What's in there?" And she was like, "Read it." And he was like, "Fruit. What is it?" And he looks at, he opens it, and it's fruit, and he's just like, "Oh, fruit."
That's good. Yeah, this reminds me of that another thing from that neurology series that I watched. This is like,
you mentioned this before we were live.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. It's not about neurology, anyways. It's just part of his introduction, and he's talking about why he feels like it's really important to avoid categorical thinking because it can be really easy to miss the big picture when you're focused on the details. And the example he gives is like, okay, I'm going to spell a word out for you, and I want you to just hear the letters that I say, and try to imagine how to pronounce the word. Don't write it down. It goes CHOPHOUSE. CHOPHOUSE. If you're like most people, including me, the first time you hear this, you've probably invented the imaginary word chofo use. But that's not it. Write it down sometimes, and then it's actually just Chop House. Just funny because I was listening. I absolutely in my head was like, Chofo use?
Chofo use?
No, it's Chop House.
Chofaus?
Yeah, I'll accept Chofaus.
Yeah.
I don't understand. Where are we going? This Chofaus? Why have you brought me to this Chofaus? Fruit. That's so funny.
Yeah, Fruit's really funny.
That's next level. You're looking at the word fruit and you're like, I don't know what this means.
This has to be in another language. This has to be Fruit.
I think this is the perfect time. It's probably a perfect time to transition into our game of the week.
You're right. It is the perfect time. It's also the perfect time. Look at me remembering to do this ever to talk about contentburger.biz, the run button.
What is that?
That's the run button Patreon. You can go to contentburger.biz to go to the run button Patreon. That's where you can sign up to give us money every month so that we can keep doing the show, keeping it ad-free and keeping it coming out. You give us money, but you give the run button audience ad-free videos. So it's really like a gift to the rest of the run button audience. And what you give yourself is
the peace of mind knowing that we still have places to live inside of.
Do you like the Metal Gear Let's Play that we've been doing? Maybe
you should.
You totally should. Do you like that we've put out like 5 videos of it in the last 4 weeks, or maybe you should. Do you like that we've basically finished it? We only have, I think, one
more recording session.
Yeah, we have like one more recording session and it's done. That stuff will all get edited and put out, and we'll have finished this game in a few months instead of in 15 months. That is something that you can ensure happens more often by going to contentburger.biz and signing up. And in return, you get videos like the Shenmue 1 and 2 Let's Plays and Castlevania Aria of Sorrows. And if you're really, really itching for content, I guess you could also watch that fucking, Eternal Darkness.
Listen, there's good stuff in that Eternal Darkness.
If you're the kind of run button viewer that I know exists, that what you really want more than quality videos is for us to not like the game we're playing, then that is the Let's Play for you. And I know that those people are out there.
I want to be clear that we liked it for a bit there. So it's not like we just turned Eternal Darkness on and where it's like, oh, this sucks. But it was like it was like a slow, it was a slow decline into madness, like Eternal Darkness. Exactly. Really, I guess we were just rejecting the desired effect because we were probably doing it correctly.
Yeah, I think that we were doing it correctly. And we're going to be starting... the timing is a little weird because of Kylie's new job, but we're going to be starting new Patreon stuff soon, and we're going to be ramping up the regular videos we're releasing too.
I'm not sure what I was agreeing to just now, but yes.
Just agreeing to agree.
Yeah.
Just
literally. I'm doing it right now. Yes.
Yeah. Hey, and here's one more great reason to sign up for contentburger.biz. Is that I just had to spend $19 on this game so we can play this game.
Damn it. I was primed and ready to agree. I was like, Keith's going to set it up on a tee for me right now so that I can agree with this thing. But then you went and said this thing I super don't care about.
You don't care about that? You don't think that someone should sign up because I had to buy... I definitely think that one of the reasons that people should subscribe is because we have to buy games to play.
I think people should sign up to subsidize our game purchases, but I just don't think they should personally care about this particular instance.
Well, you don't get to pick and choose. It's a bulk thing.
All right.
We have to buy things to make Run Button work, and one of those main things is games. It is the biggest thing, honestly, that separates us from channels that are able to stay current with a bunch of different releases is not being able to afford to buy all the new releases. So shout out to a bunch of people who want to donate a couple bucks so that we can buy more games, or one person who wants to donate a lot of money a month. And we don't say this enough, but if you are extremely rich, feel free to just
please
give us just $3,000 a month or something. I would love that.
So much money.
Yeah.
We've already said that our Let's Plays are available for purchase at $1,000 a month.
Yeah,
so
we're for
whatever
sale.
you want us to play, pick 3 games you want us to play and give us $3,000 a month, and we'll get right on it.
Yeah, totally, absolutely. That's totally true. I will say we haven't exactly said 1,000. Have we said 1,000 literally?
I don't. I thought we had.
Yeah, that's a lot. I mean, no. Sorry, that's not. That is for a whole Let's Play. It's a lot of money. It depends on the game. There's definitely a game that I was like, you want us to play this, and it's only going to cost you $1,000 a month. I don't know about that. But I do want to say, okay,
we're gonna slightly contingent on the game.
We're gonna play Inscryption, and I wasn't gonna put this up front. But because I was in a sort of stable place where mostly we were just going to be showing off the card game, but because I'm now starting a new game, this is like a fairly there's a lot of narrative and meta narrative stuff going on in Inscryption, and it's front loaded with that stuff, and so this is going to be spoilery for anyone who wants to play this game and discover this stuff on their own.
But it's the beginning of the game, so that's the part you want to see if you want to know, hey, is this a game you want to play?
Yeah, that's true. But I just want to say that that's what we're doing. You're going to see the stuff that this game has to offer.
I'd just like to point out how remarkable it is. Keith is so honorable that he paid $18 to buy a game to show you that's identical to a free game that he already had, but it's just that it starts with a splash screen that says, please don't stream this.
Yeah, it does.
That's fine. I'll reiterate, I wanted to show Inscryption back when it was still in beta, but I didn't specifically for that reason. But I feel like it would have been fine to show the beta this time, because the game is out and it's identical.
If I'm screen capping it, it has a thing on it that the main game doesn't, that is like the password to their Discord beta server, which I don't know. Like, first of all, it's immediately identifiable that it's the beta version because it has the thing up there that says it. And then also,
I told you Ryzen Master is causing that.
There's no way that's true.
It's true. It's absolutely true.
I would cut off my pinky.
It was happening to me, and then I turned off Ryzen Master and it went away.
All right.
Please mail me your pinky at the nearest possible convenience.
Sam Costa says, is this that spooky roguelike deck builder? Yes.
Hell yeah, it is.
That is exactly what it is.
It rocks. You got a screen share with me.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
And it seems like it's fairly short. I think there might just be 3 bosses in the game. I've beaten 2, and I already feel like I'm basically there.
Yeah, same. It's possible that there's like another act after that. It definitely feels like that's possible, but it could end.
I know that your inventory only has 3 slots, and you get a new starting item every time you beat a boss. And so I beat 2 bosses, and now my inventory's full every time. So I don't think there could be another minor boss because there's no more inventory. So you've got squirrels. Squirrels are free. It's like Yu-Gi-Oh, where the blood drops represent how many monsters you have to sacrifice to summon the new one. That's the Stoat. He's the star of the game. We love that Stoat.
Yeah, we love the Stoat. Your Stoat stands unopposed.
I do just love. So good. I love this Stoat, but I feel like I love all Stoats.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say that you love the TV Stoat.
The TV Stoat?
Oh, do you not have a TV Stoat?
Excuse me?
I guess never mind.
What is a TV Stoat?
It's in this game.
Oh, what?
Yeah, hey, if you don't have a TV Stoat, then you don't have a TV Stoat. But
okay, I know what you mean. I guess I'm probably like not quite far enough for it to literally be that. I thought it was like a spaceman Stoat.
Oh, I thought the head was a television screen.
Okay. Well, obviously Keith and I are discussing things which can't be mentioned because of their extremely spoilery nature. You may have noticed the Stoat there just asking Keith not to sacrifice it, but he did.
Yeah, he said his pain is real. That's fun.
When you want to advance the turn, you ring the bell, and then every time damage is done unopposed, it adds gold teeth to that scale on the enemy's side. And if the enemy had anything to fight back with, they'd be able to put things back on the other side of the scale to tip it back. And this shadowy figure with the eyes that Keith is playing against is sort of like this ever-present, kind of like a DM sort of. He's like he's sort of your only opponent for the whole game and will take on like different character roles.
He is forcing you to play this game.
Yes, you're trapped in a cabin with a shadowy, mysterious figure, and he's forcing you to do this.
So in addition to the blood drops, I think Kylie already mentioned you've got attack and health, but then you've got in the center here you have the like effects that the card has. So this is a pretty common one.
I love this any symbol you want to know what it means, you just right-click the symbol and it quick flips open a little book page, and it's such a great little effect. I'd go, oh my god, I would have picked the cat.
Really?
No question.
I just don't think that. I think that the cat is high-level play.
Wow.
And I'm not gonna.
And I guess you're not a high-level player, I guess. That's too bad. Oh god. Honestly, and this is probably controversial, I think the pliers are like an all-time great video game item.
Oh yeah, definitely. My cat's at the door screaming to get out, but I'm busy, buddy. I can't just let you out all the time. You should have thought of that before you were in here.
Well, you know what you gotta do?
What?
Just cut the tape out of that little window, and then he can just hop through whenever he wants.
I don't think that he can jump that high.
It's a little cat door. Cats can jump so high.
No, he can't jump that high. It's also not quite big enough.
What's the Stoat saying? What's the Stoat saying?
Play along for now.
Nice.
Yeah. So these are. So basically, I have my row here. As soon as I play my things, they can attack. When he plays, they have to spend a turn moving forward, basically. And then these are obstacles in the way. So his wolf cub will move into here and then attack the boulder before he's able to attack me. So that's how that works.
I just love how grungy everything in this game is. Like, even the audio has like all this great distorted sound effects that are so good. They have these like really deep sound effects that are heavily distorted, and it causes this weird effect in my ears sometimes where it's like it feels really loud even though it's objectively not loud.
Huh. Hey, he's got
I'm
a
not sure if that
bat.
makes
Not
sense,
fair.
but it's kind of like it feels overwhelming to my ears sometimes, even though it's like a fairly quiet sound. Squirrel. Put in the stoat.
No, I'm putting in the river snapper.
Oh, the ripper snapper. Its new name is the Ripper Snapper now.
Its name is the river snapper.
I'm saying Ripper with P's.
Oh, Ripper
like Jack
Snapper.
the Ripper. Because that's what I thought you said the first time. Whoa, did you have a hand just there?
What do you mean? Yeah.
Oh my god.
Have you never noticed the hand?
No. The things you don't notice when you're busy playing a game.
Yeah. So this straight path here is all tutorial stuff.
Yeah.
Eventually
like
it opens up and you get a sort of like choose which way you want to go and which kinds of icons you want to be hitting.
Mm-hmm.
They also introduce pretty important mechanics like after this first like life, I guess. Obviously the bird.
Bless me. Excuse me.
You stumbled into something strange. You stumbled into some strange stones in the mist. You were compelled to choose a worthy sacrifice, one that will be lost forever.
The stoat is just like, do it.
Yeah, get me. Yeah.
Nice. Oh no, it's a totem.
It
Now
inscribes
the
my canine cards with the airborne sigil. Poor stoat.
Poor stoat. We're all concerned about the stoat.
Yeah, but we love the stoat. I mean, I guess.
You see that YouTube video about the stoat that meets another stoat?
No.
Well, now you know everything that's in the stoat video.
I don't even know if this is winnable. I lost this the first time I played.
I don't know if it is. Do you get recommended videos from the dodo on YouTube?
Is the dodo, is that the thing that just like takes other people's animal content and puts it to stupid music? Basically,
yeah. It's like submit your heartwarming animal content to us and we'll make a video out of it. And I get recommended these videos all the time now, but I can't deny that like.
Oh, so this is the sort of reveal of like, oh, you're in a room,
right? Yeah,
and you can like get up and walk around and like look at stuff.
There's like an escape roomy element to the game.
Oscar, come on, buddy.
Oscar.
I want to let my cat out. He's literally scratching at the door to be like,
I want to go. Let him out.
Go.
Give that cat way. I don't like when people try to keep their cats cooped up in places.
What a whiny baby.
I see all these outdoor cats scampering around like Somerville and Medford and stuff, and it warms my heart. I love these little neighborhood cats.
Careful, you'll get canceled.
Yeah, I know.
No one, there is no force stronger than the people who. I mean, people will kill you for considering that outdoor cats are fun.
Did you know? So this is totally contingent upon this being true, but I heard in a video that 90% of house cats in America are indoor cats, but 90% of house cats in Britain are outdoor cats.
I've never heard that. I mean, I haven't heard that it's not true.
Right. Well, I've heard this, and I'm like, yeah, let your cats out. See, you can let your cat out. Like, the idea, man, they're like, cats are an invasive species. Like, what the fuck do you think we are? Our whole fucking world is just one big invasion. Let the cat go outside, for Christ's sake.
People don't want them killing birds.
Who gives a shit? My neighborhood is overrun with tiny birds and rabbits because there's no more predators to take out the birds and rabbits, and so they just run free. Cats don't actually. Here's something. I honestly believe that indoor cat people have a completely like unclear view of like how many animals cats are really killing. Some cats don't kill any animals at all. Some cats, I would say, the cats that I've had, I would say like half of them probably don't kill any animals. And the ones that do, like, I don't know, one, like, I was gonna say one a week, but that's actually way higher, actually. It's, it's not, I don't know, you hear these, like, I feel like people, like, hear these horror stories of, like, ecological destruction caused by cats, but, like, I don't know, when you see it in front of you, it really doesn't seem that way.
It does seem like a really small thing to be concerned with, frankly.
I would actually be sad if I had a cat and they killed the sparrows in the neighborhood, though, because I like those sparrows. But there's so many of them. But that's what's fun about it.
Yeah, it's just sort of the thing, like, the neighborhood that I lived in before I lived here,
you got grabbed.
Had cats everywhere. But it also had birds everywhere. Like, it didn't feel like, wow, there's no birds here because of all the stray cats.
I just think it's so, like, I don't know. I do think it's, like, a reasonable concern to be worried about, like, the ecology of your area by having a cat there, but I really don't think the solution is to imprison your cat in the house.
Yeah, one of the things I see, like, from people who hate outdoor cats too is how much longer cats live inside versus outside.
It's so stupid.
Well, it's very sad when a cat, like, goes missing or is hit by a car, obviously. But I also feel like it is true also of people that if you were to, like, never let them outside, they would not.
Right.
They would also.
Yeah, they wouldn't.
People
get hit
also
by cars
live
either.
longer in captivity than. But it's, like, not necessarily the best. I don't know. It just doesn't.
It's
like I understand, like, yeah, your cats should live longer if you put them inside, but it's like, but it's not that you're preternaturally shortening a cat's life by forcing it to be outside. You're you're unnaturally lengthening it by keeping it inside.
Yeah. I think it's just sad. Like, I went to my friend's house the other day, and they have lovely indoor cats that I love. But, it's like when we're going in the house, they're like, "Oh, come in quick. We have to keep the cats from escaping." Yeah, it's like the cat. They just want to think.
I don't think all cats should be outdoor
outside.
cats.
I
think
mean,
some cats should be outdoor cats and some cats should be indoor cats.
I think some cats will go outside just a little bit and they'll stay inside most of the time, and other cats really love being out there. And it's like to see how attached my cats have been to the outdoors.
Yeah,
it just feels weird to keep them inside. You are literally keeping them like a prisoner. Like, I just think,
yeah,
I think it's really strange that people get fixated on the amorality of letting a cat go outside, and they completely overlook the amorality of keeping a cat trapped inside. And even weird when, like, the cat will just spend their entire life sitting in the window and looking outside, and they'll just, like, call it cat TV. Like,
well,
it's a
Kylie,
joke.
have you considered that perhaps you can understand bones?
I can understand bones. They keep me rigid. They're my hard inside parts. Sorry, I didn't mean to talk about cat politics when there's a stoat to be concerned about.
Yeah, how dare you? But the stoat is about to die. Again?
Again?
It hates that.
Yeah, you really show no compunctions about sacrificing that stoat.
Should I have compuncted?
I don't know. I always feel bad. I'm like, is it gonna hurt the stoat? I mean, slight spoilers. After a while, the stoat starts to look not so good, and I'm like, oh no, did I cause this?
I don't know what I did to make the stoat a TV stoat.
I mean, you sacrificed it.
A few people in the chat mentioned coyotes, and I'll say,
oh, coyotes.
I'll say definitely, like, if you're worried about coyotes murdering your cat, which is a totally valid concern,
Sure.
Don't let your cat out then. But also, I lived in the woods and I had outdoor cats. There were definitely coyotes, and there was foxes. My cat would play with foxes sometimes. It was very cute.
What?
Yeah.
How do you
Shadow? You remember Shadow?
This?
Yes.
You saw Shadow play with foxes?
I literally observed Shadow playing with a red fox in my front yard.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
Yeah, it ruled. Top memory, definitely. I just think Shadow is smarter and faster and can climb than coyotes, and so it was just never a problem. But it definitely was possible for him to have been killed by a coyote.
Yeah, I mean, hey, we definitely had... We always had... all our cats growing up were outdoor cats, and we usually had 2 at a time. And there were definitely cats that didn't come home. Like, not gonna lie, but that just happens. That they wanted to go out. It's their, like...
They want to go out so bad.
They want to go out so bad, and they want to go out to be a cat.
Yeah.
It's not like... That's just part of it. Why... I just firmly don't see it as better.
Well, I do
have a
appreciate
cat live 12 years in captivity.
I do appreciate, or 20. Although
no cat's ever made it to 20.
That's totally not true.
Except maybe Garfield, right? Because he's like 50.
Isaac's cat was an outdoor cat and died recently at like 18 or something.
Nice.
He was super old.
We stan a king.
And he was the classic sort of outdoor cat that is like, sleeps all day indoors, but then also will be outside for 2 days in a row. And it's like,
right.
Like, where's Sparky?
Yeah.
I don't know. He was here yesterday.
There was one time where one of our cat Taco, didn't come home. And then I don't even know how they would know this, but someone that we didn't know from like way down the street from our house came and was like, "Hey, is that your cat, that black cat? Because I'm pretty sure I saw that cat get hit by a car and then it like walked off into the woods." And we were like, "Oh no, Taco got hit by a car." But then Taco came home 2 days later. Taco did not look happy though. Taco was in a state. He slept on the towel rack for 24 hours. Then he was okay.
Bounce back, you're saying?
Yeah. And I don't think he came back on Halloween. I think he got hit by a car on Halloween, and then he came back like 3 days later. And so he was definitely a Stephen King Pet Cemetery cat at that point. And he had the personality change to prove it.
So if you've noticed this card game, one of the interesting things is like how brief the time is between when when your opponent plays his card and then it moves forward and attacks on the same turn. And so a lot of the game is about like not putting cards where you think you want to put them, because it just means that they're going to get attacked before they get a chance to attack a second time. But if you just wait, then you can let his card attack you once, and then you can just stop them there instead of them stopping you. It sort of feels slightly backwards to how a lot of other card games work, which is good. It gives it like a different feel and a different rhythm.
And their health is persistent, right? It's not like Magic the Gathering where their like health and power reset after every turn. Keith, you look fucked up. Why do you look like that?
I don't know.
Mine always were like a very basic like silhouette, like as if it was like the default Twitter avatar or something. It was always like that the whole time until like the most recent time I played the game, and then it started showing me those. Oh, they must have just been added like before release, I guess, is probably what happened.
Yeah, maybe.
They just added in a plethora of new face cards. But yeah, every time you lose in this game, you get a card made of yourself that becomes an amalgam of different stats from the cards that were in your deck when you died, and you get that one in the next game. So what's on your Keith card? All right, yeah, oh, that's good.
It is good. I just used the campfire to increase it from 3-2 to 3-4.
I mean, you look like you're in a bad way.
No, I'm just winking.
Oh.
Yeah,
oh,
winking.
you're just being cheeky.
Yeah.
Nice. I'll be right back.
Okay. So I'm gonna do this. This is sort of against my. I fucked up. I read the stats wrong. That was my bad. I'm just gonna lose this, I think. Yeah, I just lost. That's fine. I wasn't paying attention and it cost me. Let's take a look around town.
Keith, what's that wolf in the cage?
He just lives there.
He just lives there.
Yeah.
That's fine.
My thing is like I know how to solve almost all this stuff.
Yeah.
Although I'll say this, there's some stuff like that I don't know if the game ends just because I beat the boss one more time. And there's some stuff in here that I haven't figured out.
Just a warning from a viewer's perspective. I think you're like whip panning way too fast. It's a little disorienting.
I think it's disorienting in the game. I just think it's a disorienting.
Yeah, but Rat King. I was thinking as I was on a break just now. I was thinking about outdoor cat stuff. And I was thinking about...
yeah, you really took it to heart when I said, don't talk about this. We really only then talked about this from that point forward.
All right. Do you want me to stop?
Yes.
Really?
I don't know. Okay. It just seems like there's no point. We're not ever going to convince anyone. It's not ideologically important to me that people let their cats outside. I just think it's stupid how mad people get about it. And the only thing it's going to do is make those people mad at us.
Oh, I wasn't trying to convince anybody. With this last bit. not talking about the other stuff. We definitely need to get to the boss, though.
Okay. Yeah, I think so.
I like that boss.
That spider.
I love those spiders. Oh, you have that piggy bank.
I do.
Haha.
But I actually don't want to play it yet.
Oh. You could play the opossum.
I could, but I want to let these things go forward so that I can attack it and kill it. So this is what I'm talking about. See, they're going to move forward and attack. And that's obviously bad.
But you just took 4 unblocked damage. That's not great.
Right, but now I have this.
Right. But you could have had that last turn. Whoa, you're still not.
See, now their cards are dead instead of my card being dead. Feel me?
Yes. Squirrel, no. Oh. Wait, why didn't your squirrel die? Oh, okay.
Just hadn't attacked yet.
He usually doesn't even bother teaching about bones. The stoat is always doubting your strategic decisions.
Yeah, the stoat is definitely doubt.
I don't know if there's probably not actually any like AI to why he says what he says when you put him in, but the most positive thing he'll give you is just going, "Yep," when you put him in.
Which I don't even think is positive. I think it's more like it's more just like, this is happening. Now I have these pelts.
Oh, there's the boss. Go to the fire. You gotta go to the fire.
I don't know.
The fire is like the creepiest thing in the whole game.
Think so?
I think so. Come by the fire.
Pick something else. The stoat never wants to be upgraded.
It's so creepy when the stoat does not want you to... That's part of what makes it so creepy, is that the stoat does not want you to pick him.
Alright, this is the first boss.
The trees seemed to close in around you as a chill mist descended. In the distance, you could hear the clinking of metal on stone. A hobbled figure stood in your path. Yee-haw! 'Twas the prospector! What can you do with the rabbit pelt?
You could use the pelt to block. It has no attack power though.
Or you can hold on to your pelt and then trade it further down the road.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't ruin the pelt to use it to. It just it just stays in your hand.
Put it in front of the pack mule, Keith. The pack mule.
Unfortunately, no.
Oh my God, you loser. Fine. God, whatever. I don't even care. Oh my God, you got so lucky with the... Oh, it did move back over.
Yeah.
Nah, I got nothing.
I think I might be about to lose.
No, you're fine. Ring the bell.
You sure?
Yep. Squirrel. And you can play that cockroach. Nice. Dagnabbit, my mule.
Alright, I think, can I win this right here? So that's 3, 6. How do I look over here? Okay. I think I can win this right now.
I think you'll be one off. Summon in one more creature. I guess you don't have any more open spots, but...
Ooh, you were right. I was one off. Have the bones for that. I will say that like using the keys to like move around is not always exactly looking where you want it to look. Like I just want to look at my bone tokens.
That's true. I use the mouse wheel though.
Yeah, that works okay. I guess I want to do. Oh, draw a card on this.
Yeah, you've got 2 squirrels. You've got 2 squirrels, do the river snapper. You've also, I think, got 4 bones to summon one of your bone
things.
I want to
do that. Well,
or the opossum, yeah. Bada bing! Good, you at least made it to the best line in the game. Where he goes, there's gold in them cards!
This is the thing I was avoiding. Was having all those cards get turned into gold nuggets.
You didn't know gold! I've struck gold!
This is your patented prospector character.
Yes, absolutely. Classic mad prospector.
Get him! Eat him!
Ooh.
Right, sure.
He's doing the prospector again.
I already got the mule.
Yeah.
Stoat.
What attack power does his dog have?
2? Yeah.
That sucks. Put it in the stoat, Keith. Or, yeah, put it in the stoat.
Stoat goes here.
And bullfrog?
There might be only one way out of this one.
Using the cockroach in front of the dog?
No.
Well, that's what I was thinking. You should do it.
I mean, I also think that will help. Oh no, I think I got it.
I think you can sacrifice this. Oh, well, you don't want the Raven Egg at this point because you've got it.
Yeah. Woo! I thought I didn't have enough to kill the dog with the cockroach, but I got it. Oh, now you get the rare card box.
I love the long elk.
Really great.
So good.
Yeah.
Ouroboros. Ouroboros can have a little Ouroboros as a snack.
I actually have not ever picked this one, so I'm gonna pick the Ouroboros.
I think I picked that once.
I don't know if we should do anymore. I think that might be all we should do. Yeah, I was gonna
say this is a good place to stop, though. You could use the pliers.
No.
No.
Yeah, the pliers, and then the related tool, is really good. And I won't do any of the puzzle box stuff. I will give actually one really good tip.
Get the gold teeth out of the skull.
Yes, I'm going to give one tip. Is that the gold teeth that you can use to buy pelts? You can get more of them out of the skeleton there. I love this.
He's so fucking creepy.
He's super creepy.
Sitting there staring at you.
And
you've got your handy little
tons of stuff,
here.
By the way.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think we've gone around yet.
Well, that's Inscryption, a spooky game for a spooky season as we come up upon Halloween yet again.
I think this does a lot with the deck builder genre, and I would like to see more things doing stuff like this. Stuff where there is a thing to get up and to do, and then you sit down and play a card game.
Yeah, I think the card game in here is fun, and it's like the least good thing in the game. Like, I think everything else is so great and it really elevates it. But I mean, not that the card game isn't fun.
Yeah, I agree. Is there anything else that we had to talk about?
Well, let's see. It's too late to talk about Firestarter and Roadwork and Dance Macabre and Cujo, so I think we'll just have to get going.
Yeah. Well, we are gonna do. Are we gonna do Aria of Sorrow? Are you too tired to do Aria of Sorrow?
I don't have my capture device.
Oh right.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So I guess we're not doing that. So
yeah, we were gonna record more today, but I don't have my Toblerone, so instead I'll just have to say so long.
Yeah. Remember to go to contentburger.biz, sign up for the Run Button Patreon. It is extremely important for us that we have money
We love you.